The word millennial is a confusing word for me. I mean, I know what it means. It gets confusing for me when I try to figure out if I am one. I'm 23 years old, and depending on your cutoff date, I'm either the last millennial or the first Gen Z kid. What makes me feel more millennial than Gen Z are the things that let me relate to other millennials. Memories of trips to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video for VHS tapes, for one. But this video isn't about that. I'm not trying to change the narrative on a classifying term. I want to talk about a game that's a testament to the millennial experience and about growing up as a whole. Emily is Away released in 2015, the same year that I started college. I don't remember how I found the game, but I remember its impact. It's a visual novel where you play as a fictional version of yourself. You set up your AIM account with as many edgy quotes and colors as you want, and chat with your friend Emily. It's a small game, so responses are predetermined, but you pick a response and have to type it out as a player. You can hit whatever keys you choose, but there's a physical act of you, the player, typing out these messages. The game spans a period of 5 years, taking place from 2002 to 2006. Utilizing a boyhood-like framing device, we see glimpses of your life and of Emily's, but only via minute-long conversations. We see big events pass, high school graduation, college, and everything between. You can make different choices about who you are. Do you go to parties? What music do you listen to? And are you honest about these things? Ultimately, a relationship with Emily forms that culminates in, well, heartbreak. The story, as said, unfolds over the course of 5 years. Since a lot of the outcomes are player-driven, I'll be detailing my experience with Emily. It'll still cover the major beats any player would encounter, but specifics may be different. It's 2002, senior year of high school. My AIM buddy icon is Blink-182's Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Emily logs on, so I say hello. We talk about Travis and the party he's throwing tonight. You say, it'd be no fun without you, so I feel tempted to go. You say Brad from math class won't stop messaging you, and then we talk about college. I'm going to an art school. You didn't get into your reach school, but it doesn't bum you out too bad. You ask if I'll be there for you. I say of course. I almost type that you're my best friend, but then I hesitate, settling for one of my best friends instead. I decide to go to the party so I can see you, and we both log off. It's 2003, freshman year of college. We chat over AIM as you listen to the new Snow Patrol album. I'm logging off soon so I can hang out with my friend Mike. You tell me that you and Brad from high school math class are dating now, and that he can be kinda mean when you argue. You deserve better than that, but I drop it. I just want you to be happy. I offer to stay and chat for a little bit longer, but we both log off. 2004. We talk about life. You and Brad broke up. You'd been drifting apart for a while, and you're okay but still lonely. I comfort you because I know you'd do the same for me. You ask me to think back to Travis's party our senior year, when we went for a walk by ourselves. Why didn't you kiss me, you ask. I liked you a lot, but didn't want to mess up our friendship. You ask if you can visit my college, like we'd always talked about. I say okay, but given our conversation just now, I decided it'd be better to just do it as friends. 2005. You message me. You want to talk about things because you feel like they've been weird between us. Did you have feelings for me when I visited? I say I did, but again, I didn't want to ruin our friendship. You say I didn't do anything wrong, but you can't handle talking right now. You sign off. 2006. I message you for the first time in a year, and now things are weird. You don't reply like you used to. It mostly seems like you don't want to talk. You seem distant. I try and talk about how we had some good times, but you don't want to talk about the past. I start to type, "Can we talk about things?" I don't hit send. I instead ask if you've done anything fun recently. Do you miss me? Gets deleted to find any good music lately. I type these messages but can't bring myself to hit send. Will we ever be the way we were? I change it to any good movies lately. I type one final question that I can't bring myself to send. Is this it for us? I delete it and instead say goodbye. You respond, okay, bye. And I log off. I downloaded and played the game in my friend's dorm room my freshman year of college. It's a short game, so I finished it in close to an hour, then had to excuse myself. I think I remember crying. The game ends on such a sad note. Throughout playing it, I'd actually developed an attachment to Emily. She's charismatic. So to hit the ending and not only see, but experience firsthand the feeling that you and someone close to you have drifted apart, it's devastating. You erase lines of text as you realize the futility in carrying on the conversation and friendship. Not only is that hard on its own, but you type out questions like, will we ever be the same again, only to delete them seconds later before they're sent. The main feeling here is one of futility. I started to look at my own life. Friends I loved that I'd grown apart from. Friends I was afraid I would drift apart from. And friends I never wanted that to happen to. The impact of this is only heightened from the game's mechanics. If it was just a movie you were watching unfold, you might be indifferent to the loss of this friendship, because you aren't the one experiencing it. But as a player, the game gives you an agency, and more of a direct stake in this relationship. You feel the loss of Emily as a friend because you're the one typing these messages into the keyboard. It feels real. Works of art utilize their respective grammars as their means of communication. When making a film, you utilize a series of pictures in a way that you couldn't with still photography. The best filmmakers know how to use that to their advantage. The game reminds me a lot of Manchester by the Sea. The best scene of the movie, in my personal opinion, is when Lee and Randy talk about reconnecting, but both to some degree recognize the futility of it. The scene is made great not only by the acting, but by where the camera's placed and what cuts the editor chose to make. This game is if you as a person had agency over that scene. You aren't just watching it unfold, you're controlling it, and that makes it feel infinitely more personal. So how does this game stand tribute to the millennial experience and growing up? It's a massive nostalgia trip to the time of AOL Instant Messenger and dial-up internet. Not only is this time period captured through this, but also through the particular nuances created to flesh out the game. The different buddy icons you can choose for each chapter are carefully chosen to represent the prominent pieces of pop culture at the time, as well as what lyrics or messages appear in people's profiles, even the sounds that play as you start up your computer. It represents a much earlier time in people's lives, one we might not often think about. Emily's Away stuck with me for years to come, even till now. It made me think about the value of friendships. I started appreciating people I knew more, because I'd had a heartbreak like I'd had with Emily. This game isn't just a time-killing way to spend your day. It introduces you to someone you already love, then has you watch as you slowly drift apart from each other. That's why even explaining this game feels wrong. It's worth playing on your own. I only knew her for an hour, but I felt the years that passed between us in the course of the game, and I felt every message that I deleted. And Emily, I miss you. So, that's Emily's Away. It's a really heartbreaking game. I love it because of that. It's heartbreaking, but it provides substance. You're drifting apart from someone that you hold so dear, and the fact that the game can make you feel as important to that person as it does is incredible. I talked a lot about the story in the game, so you might not feel like you need to play it, but I highly recommend playing it yourself. There's different paths you can take, different experiences you can craft. It's worth playing on your own terms and figuring out what kind of person you want to be. I have a Twitter, a Patreon, and the Twitch in support of this channel, in support of the idea that I would love to do this full time, so if you feel at all inclined to help me out in that, I really appreciate it. And if not, just thank you for enjoying the video. If you want to subscribe, give it a like, awesome, thank you so much for that. But I will see you in the next video. Bye.